up? What up? What up? Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. We had some technical difficulties starting today, but you know what? I'm so glad you're here. Thank you so much for coming. Today we're going to be talking about building your brand story. I know, right? I know. It's too quiet around here, so I'm going to turn on some music. Let's see. We flossing today. Yeah, where am I flossing? Yep, let's do that. Boom. Okay. So anyways, yeah. So today we're talking about brand stories and how you can create your own brand story. Now, there's some things that you got to do before you even go there. There's some rudimentary things that you must know, but we'll talk about that in today's episode. So if you're new around here, stick around. Okay, just stick around. My name is Michelle Lawrence with LBC Branding. I help you stand out so that you can make your mark in the world. The way I do that is with my MARK method, which stands for mindset, authenticity, revenue, and knowledge. I do that via classes and courses and social learning just like this. So what are you waiting for? It's time for you to make your mark. Okay. So this is what we're doing today. Okay. I know we was a little late today, but oh my goodness. Talk about going up to the wire. Okay. Yeah, we was doing all of that. Okay. And it's a full moon too. So child. Anyways, I'm so glad you're here. So we're going to jump right into our presentation, and hang on one second. Okay. I got something stuck in my throat and it's still there. It's making my eyes water. It's like, ah. So anyway, we're going to jump right into what we're going to talk about today. Okay, here we go. Oh my God. I'm so glad you can see how I almost coughed up a lung, but you know what? It's all good. So today we're going to be talking about building your brand story and all the things that kind of go with that. And oh, goodness gracious. All right. So here we go. So what is a brand story anyway? Right? Basically what it is, it's the buzz around your brand. It's like basically the narrative for your business. And basically you are the brand. Okay. So it's the reason why that, you do what you do, that sets what sets you apart from the competition and what's uniquely you that you offer. So basically a captivating brand helps potential customers, do all these things. It helps, show them why it's memorable to work with you. And, it tells your story, basically. So what is your story? Basically what it's your personal branding, right? So to create that killer brand story, basically you're letting your personality shine through. It's highlighting the challenges and things that you faced and the unique way that you can help your customers kind of get that truly one of a kind service that you offer. So there's so many different ways you can do that. You can do that with humor. You can do that with personal anecdotes, a little dash of, little secret sauce, your stank, as I call it. Put your stank on it, right? And it kind of helps you tell your story. All right. So I already told you, you are the brand. You are. So, but there are certain other little things that you could add to your story, right? And there's also like a whole structure. We're going to get to it. So things that you can do to add to your story to make it more unique, of course, would be to do the things that are uniquely you. I had a person once, a consultant I used to work with. She said, "Oh my gosh, I can't stand it because I can't do what you do because I hate my voice. I don't like the way I sound." Or I know people who says, "Oh my goodness, I'm too big," or "I'm this," or "I'm that." The funny thing is that is your unfair advantage. That is the thing that that is so you that, just lean into it and just go for it. I don't understand that. But, some people use that as an excuse and not as the actual catalyst to do what you do. But what if you don't know how to do all of that stuff? So now it's time to go back to the basics. Okay. I told y'all I might have had a DeLorean or so, but yeah, it's time to go back to the basics, right? So before we could get into like all of the good stuff, right? We got to go all the way back to the basics. So there's so many questions you got to ask yourself and so many things that you got to nail this stuff down before you could start as an entrepreneur. Okay. So I'm speaking to entrepreneurs now, right? So if you're an entrepreneur, I'm talking to you. So this is what you really need to do. Now, even if you're not an entrepreneur, let's say for instance, you're another type of professional, or, you have a regular job or whatever. Right. And you really want to try to shine and kind of get this. Well, working through this is super important, right? So these are some of the questions you got to ask yourself. Determine who you really are, right? Determine what you really want to accomplish. Figure out who you want to talk to. Like, if because like originally I said, we were speaking to entrepreneurs here, right? But let's say, for instance, if you're a medical professional, well, your target audience are the patients that you want to talk to. Let's say you're trying to grow a practice, right? I kind of know a thing about that, but these are some of the things that you want to know, right? You got to know, you have to have this nailed down. What's your value proposition? What do you have to offer? How do you help said person? And what is the outcome that you're trying to do? Right? You have to think about your mission. Think about like the type of culture that's around you. Oh my goodness. Let me tell you, this is really, really very important. So I had a conversation with a friend of mine today. Oh my goodness. When I tell you, look, what you work with, like the culture that's around you is extremely important. Toxic cultures are so detrimental. Don't have a toxic culture around your business, period. Okay. I mean, period. Okay. Don't do it, but figure out what that culture is and lean into it. Okay. Remember, your brand is what people perceive. It's not, I know what you think it is, but what you're doing, everything that you're doing is what people perceive. It's their perception of your story. So there's a lot to this. Okay. So this is all part of personal branding. Of course, the more visible you are, the more you connect with others, the more that you're known as an expert in the field, the more opportunities you have, and the more that you can focus in building what you have. Right. So I'm just saying, it's your story. You better do it right. Okay. Back to our regularly scheduled programming. Okay. So now that we talked about that, the rudiments of, building a brand. Okay. Cause you got to have that on lock first before we could even get here. Okay. Now let's talk about making, your brand fun and memorable, right? What are some of the things that you can do? Right. So here, once you have crafted, a memorable brand story, we may have to come back to this part. we may, you make it memorable, right? Do things, put your stank on it. Like I said before, right? Put your little secret sauce on there. Highlight. So for example, if you're an entrepreneur, highlight some of the challenges and triumphs that you face as a female entrepreneur, right? And how you can help your customers get that true one-of-a-kind experience, right? So now, you could use humor, you can use a whole lot of different ways to do it, but there is a picture of a book on screen, and we're going to actually dive into some of the things that I learned from this book. This book is called Building a Brand Story by Donald Miller. He has like a whole, he's the CEO of Brand Story, and it is a great book. Guys, you should check this book out. It is so amazing. But we're gonna dive into the 7 key elements that Donald Miller talks about in his book, Building a Brand Story, of things that that you'd need to have to try to build that story. So this guy is, just Google him, look him up. I'm telling you, he's amazing. And I really, truly, I'm a student of this. So anyways, Now, the first element is to have a clear protagonist, i.e. customer, or, your ideal audience or client or what have you, right? So that person, right? That's number one, has a problem, right? They encounter a problem along the way that they want, of getting something that they want, right? That's number two. Number three, they meet a guide, i.e. you're the guide. Okay. Okay. And you're going to help them solve a problem. Okay. Now, how are you going to do that? You're going to create a clear plan, right? And in this plan, you're going to have a clear plan of action, a call to action, right? To help them avoid failure and to achieve success. Simple. That's it. Those are the elements of creating a brand story. Now it goes much deeper than that too, right? It goes much deeper than that too. But there's so many ways of doing that. Right? So I encourage you to get that book. Okay. Let me go back to that last slide. I encourage you to get this book right here by Donald Miller. It's called Building a Brand Story. And oh my goodness, excellent book. Okay. So he has chapters and chapters. He does masterminds where you actually go to in-person things. And, he has so much stuff that, you could just go in there and just stay for hours and hours and hours and just learn from a master. So anyways, so now that you have a story, you figured out what it is that you want to do. Now it's time to spread your story to the world far and wide, right? So this is when you're going to infuse your story in all the places that your clients are. Season it, right? Right? You're going to put this thing everywhere. You're going to put it on blog posts, on videos, on social media posts. You're going to put this everywhere so that everywhere where your clients hang out, so that they will then see this and be attracted to what you got to offer. Okay. So I got a little song right here. Right. So look, you make all these touch points memorable so that basically your clients will know you before they even get to meet you because your messaging is clear. So, oh my goodness, I have a little something that I'm showing right here. Now, this is something that I kind of alluded to while we were talking when we went back to the basics. And so this right here, it's a free guide. It's a free action guide, and it's called Your Business, Your Brand, and it's an action guide. Now, a while ago, I did a series where we went through each one of the things in the guide. Now I'm giving you the cliff notes. Okay. If you want, you can go back and watch the series. The series is on YouTube right now. So you could go back and watch the series, but this is something that's an easy download, a free download that you can go ahead and get. And this can help you create your mission statement and, figure out some of the things about your brand that speaks about you as a business. These are some things that you need to have on lock, for reals. So like I said, the playlist is on YouTube. It's all there. So you can go ahead and go back to it. It's called Your Business, Your Brand. You can watch all of those videos. This is the guide. This is what you will get. And it's basically actionable steps. Each one has some actionable steps. And these are things that you should go back and look at once every 6 months or maybe once a year, once you kind of get some things nailed down for your brand. Okay. Oh my goodness. So what is your story? What is your story? Do you have a story? Do you know what it is? Do you have a mission statement? Do you know all this stuff? Do you? Okay. Well, I hope you do. So anyways, that is what I wanted to tell you tonight. Oh my gosh. And I just basically told you everything. Next week, we're going to talk about creating your unique voice. We're going back to the basics this month long, just making sure that you kind of have all this stuff on lock. Oh my goodness. Right. right? Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. So I'm so excited. I'm so happy that you guys came to hang out with me today. And so we're going to be talking about all of these things. And if you want to get that guide, oh yeah, I almost forgot to tell you how to get it. If you want to get the guide, all you have to do is go to lbcbranding.link/action guide, and you'll be able to download the guide, get all the pages, and just kind of dig into it, right? You can work on it in your leisure so that you can kind of, get those things together. If you're new and you're like, I don't know what I want to do. I know I want to do a business, but I'm not quite sure what I want to do. This might give you some things to think about. Right? There are questions on there and to give you some things to think about. And then, you can always go to the playlist, which is Your Business, Your Brand, right here on this channel on LBC Branding, so that you can kind of check it out. Okay. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. So, I'm so glad we got that done. Okay. So we do so many things here, guys. Oh my gosh. So many things. Now, in case you missed what happened last week, here's what you missed.
In case you missed the last episode of Weekend Shenanigans, we talked about tech tools for your workflow. Are you tired of feeling like a chicken trying to cross the road? Well, it's time to upgrade to a fancy new chicken crossing system, aka technology tools. With these tools, you'll be able to streamline your workflow and increase productivity in no time. And the best part, you won't have to worry about getting hit by a car. So don't be a basic chicken, be a tech-savvy chicken. Join us Sundays at 7 p.m. Eastern for a live tutorial on our YouTube channel. You can find us everywhere at LBC Branding. It's time for you to make your mark.
Don't be a basic chicken, okay? Don't be a basic chicken. All right, I'll just say it. Don't be basic chicken. So anyways, I'm so glad you came to hang out with me. Oh my gosh, I forgot. Almost forgot. Breaking news. Welcome to the breaking news portion of our show. Okay, so look, let me tell you what's going on out here in these wonderful streets. Okay, look, I don't know if you know, I am a part of a group of people that we talk about. We're creators and we talk about stuff that other creators are, dealing with, right? You are a creator. You didn't know it, but you are. Okay. So we talk about all kinds of really cool things, right? And this past episode that dropped, we talked about skills from prior experiences, right? Who knew that your prior experiences would help build the skills that you need to do your business today, right? So we talked about that. So that was one of the things we talked about on that episode. Another thing that we did, child, I didn't change this slide, but we finished the productivity challenge. So no, it's not week 5, girl, it's week 6. It's a full moon, child. Let me get that out of here. We done. Child. Oh my God. Seriously? Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. I'm so excited. But anyways, I'm so excited that you guys came to hang out with me today. And we talked about, building a brand story. So take those 7 elements that we talked about and see how you fit into that story, right? Remember, in this scenario, in this story, you are the guide. What do you do to help others and help them achieve success, right? That is the framework that we're going to use to help you develop your story. But if you don't already have some of the basic things, go to lbcbranding.link/action guide so that you can get that guide and fill it out. Okay. We got this month to figure that stuff out, right? So we're going to be talking about that all month long. So next week, we're going to be talking about your brand voice, trying to figure out how to figure out your brand voice and then where we go from there. Okay. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Okay. It is 7:34. It is time to go. Okay. Oh my gosh. I am so excited you guys came to join me this week. Next week, we'll be talking about brand voice. Okay. So we going to be out. All right. See you next week. Deuces.